Welcome to the second map. It is still SaSe against Deadman, and it is going to be on Mold. Again, the Russian player is spawning in red, and he's spawning on the 12 o'clock position on the top of the map, and it is cross positions with his opponent SaSe, the Swede, spawning on the bottom of the map in yellow. And the pressure is definitely on SaSe, and yeah, it is Norwood, so it's going to be interesting to see what strategic approaches both of the players are going to take here. I think we've seen one Night Elf Mirror on Norwood so far, which was very very short match between Titan and HG, if I remember correctly, which took like 5 minutes or maybe a little bit longer, and Titan basically just outsmarted his opponent by cancelling the expansion and getting to bears very easily against Mass Hunt's attempt. And SaSe, as it appears, is going to go for some sort of Mass Hunt's play as well, since he's not getting an Ancient of War. Let's check the hero. It is the Priestess of the Moon, and Deadman is actually doing the same thing. So of course, with Noble being such a huge map, the mobility advantage of the Huntresses can be exploited very easily, at least a lot more easy than on smaller maps such as like Echo Isles, Terina Stand, and so on. So usually what the players are going to want to do, especially since this is cross positions, by the way, it is a mana fountain in the middle, so yeah, that's not gonna play as much of a role as a heal fountain would. Yeah, what players usually want to do with that is gather a couple of hunts and then usually expand with, as I mentioned, with the high mobility of those hunts, and then make use of that and do hit and runs, etc. But of course, since both of the players are going for mass hunts here, maybe we should wait until the second Ancient of Wars are being produced, but that's most likely the case. Since both of them are going for mass hunts here, the expansion isn't as much of a safe call as it would be in, say, Priestess of the Moon against Demon Hunter early games. So Deadman starts with a bit of creeping, whereas SaSe is going to get aggressive once again, like on the previous map. Let's see who gets the Null Warden here. One more hit required, I believe, and it is going to SaSe. So Deadman has taken some damage on his Priestess of the Moon. He's already about halfway dead, and he didn't get the experience. Aura first for the Swedish player, by the way, and still only one Ancient of War for Deadman, whereas SaSe is getting his second Ancient of War. So we're seeing a little bit of deviation here. And Deadman very quickly going for the Ancient, for the Glaive Thrower, which is definitely a sign that he's going to want to tech here eventually, because the Glaive Thrower, of course, yeah, there's the tech, because the Glaive Thrower is completely immobile, and he's just going to help him defend his base against pressure until he gets his tech advantage into play. And there's the second Glaive Thrower coming already as well. So yeah, he's just gonna gather them in the back of his base to be absolutely safe against any kind of pressure early on by the mass hunts that he's expecting from his opponent, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. So yeah, Deadman's aim here is going to be to get into the mid and late game without taking too much damage unnecessarily. Yeah, I'm assuming. Okay, he's actually gonna use that one to, yeah, to do some creeping. I guess he's gonna want to stay as safe as possible, as close to his own base as possible. Whereas SaSe at the moment, of course, has the map control with the hunts. One is on the field right now, second one coming out right now, third and fourth one are being produced. Other than that, not a lot happening.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
SaSe just quickly, even Ancient Protector coming by Deadman, so he wants to be super safe against any kind of pressure here. Let me just quickly check SaSe's vision. He saw one Ancient of War here. He didn't see the tech. I don't think he can be sure that his opponent is gonna stay at only one Ancient of War. So for now, SaSe is also staying very passively. He's staying tier 1, so we're gonna see only hunts by him for a very, very long time, and we'll see if he's gonna follow that up with an expansion. Deadman, having the same thought, apparently wants to know about that as well. But at the moment, there's no such thing, only a couple of hunts and a Priestess of the Moon roaming around the map, continuing to creep here. He's gonna get level 2 in just a second.
Our warriors
Deadman
have
in the
engaged
meantime.
the enemy.
Also about to reach level 2. Let's see if he's getting this one. He does get it, and therefore level 2 for a Deadman. SaSe, of course, also level 2. Sentry bots for him, pretty nice. Wow, 4 sentry bots on a map of this size. Of course, a great item to have, as he can put it on you know, key positions on the map, which allow him to always basically know what his opponent is up to. For example, here, which gives him great vision of the majority of the center of the map. Second hero is the Pandaren Brewmaster for Deadman. Other than that, no tier 2 buildings yet. Maybe he's just gonna stick with Glaive Throwers, get the tier 2 splash upgrade. Warple Blades, yeah, that's what it's called. And then make great use out of these tier 2 Glaive Throwers, which are really a powerful weapon to have in Nightlife Mirror. Sentry Ward has been revealed here and killed very quickly. Surround attempt onto the Panda of Deadman. Oh, and it looks, oh, for a moment it was looking like SaSe was gonna get it, but no, and he definitely, against the 4 Glaive Throwers here, there's no way he can get anywhere close to Deadman's main base, who's now adding an Ancient of Lore as well, so maybe some Dryads into the mix. Still, he cannot move out on the map, and I feel like SaSe is not really making a lot of use out of his map control. Now SaSe realizing what's going on, taking as well, so apparently he knows that he cannot win this one if he stays on tier 1 without an economy advantage. Not sure if it's already too late for an expansion and just mass tier 1. It probably is. And therefore he's switching up his plan a little bit. Deadman continues to scout very well. Yeah, just continues to scout a lot. Very carefully, that was the word I was looking for. And therefore he again knows what's up. He knows that there's no great pressure coming anytime soon. He maybe can read into this, that there is no expansion in production at the moment. Wisps are now moving out of the main base of SaSe, so we'll see what he's planning with those. Maybe he's gonna add an expansion nevertheless. And he's gonna want to keep the pressure up. If he could, yeah, gets a good angle around those Glaive Throws, it can be very, very painful for Deadman. And Deadman sees SaSe coming in and he immediately pulls back. First wave of shots takes this hunt down more than halfway. First hunt is already down. SaSe trying his best to get a good angle around those Glaive Throwers. First one is about to fall, but the first hunt has also fallen already. But he's doing so much damage to these Glaive Throwers. If he gets this one, maybe if he gets another one, he's gonna get out of this without losing too many Huntresses. And that was a very good engagement for the Swedish player. Now he's gonna get out of that fight because there's nothing more he can achieve here with these low HP hunts. But this took a lot of momentum out of Deadman's game plan, and he's immediately following this up with a second Ancient of War. I think he cannot sit back and gather like 4 or 5 Glaive Throwers here again, so he's gonna add more Dryads. He's gonna go into more of a mobile army. Ancient of Wonders is coming, and 1 Ancient of Law, so no, he's not going to add an expansion to the unit mix he's got right now. And the reason for it, actually pretty smart by SaSe here, I gotta say. Looking at his base, there's no space in the back for more buildings than 1 Ancient of Lore, and therefore he decided to hide the other buildings, the shop and the Ancient of Lore, out on the map instead of going to build them right in front of his main base, because he knew about the Glaive Throwers of his opponent and the chance that he could just lose those buildings very quickly. Of course, now, as I said, the momentum has been taken away from Deadman a little bit, and you know, he basically won the strategic mind game in the beginning of the match. He went to tier 2, in the meantime reached tier 3 even, and going for bears right now. Alright, yeah, he tagged a lot more quickly. He didn't take any damage by doing so. SaSe realizing it way too late.
Your building is complete.
But this engagement up here basically brought SaSe back into the game, but at the same time Deadman is already taking up to bears, which of course are a great addition or great unit to have in the Night Admiral late game, and SaSe is doing probably approaching the same unit composition right now, but it's gonna take him a while, and we'll see what Deadman's gonna be able to make with make do in the time he's got until SaSe catches up tech-wise. Panda second for SaSe as well, but yeah, Deadman also has got a bit of an experience advantage out of this. He grabbed the majority of this camp. He grabbed well, the majority of this camp except the one SaSe stole in the beginning, so he's level 3 and he's got a level 2 panda. I mean, of course, the priestess of the moon of SaSe is also level 3, but the panda, of course, just spawned. Therefore, it's gonna be a little while until he's gonna get level 3 or even level 2, whereas, of course, Deadman already has the level 2 panda. Now the expansion is coming by SaSe. Okay, that's a bit of a gamble here. Expansion by Deadman as well, which makes a lot more sense since, as I mentioned, he's got the bears right now, and it's gonna be a while until SaSe's got the bears, but I'm guessing he's gonna take some risk at the moment, and therefore maybe getting an expansion is his best shot at the moment. Now this creep check, in my opinion, doesn't make too much sense here. Maybe he wants to make some use of those hunts before you know, there's too many bears by Deadman, but then again there are already 3 bears, so yeah, the time of this hunt is definitely over, and I feel like he should just try and get some creeping done by himself, because engaging right now isn't going to lead anywhere for SaSe. Does he have yeah, he does have a staff here on the panda, and therefore he's not going to lose that bear. The red drake is definitely going to go to Deadman, and SaSe, is he finally gonna creep a bit on his own? Because I feel like right now he's just wasting time. Maybe he just wants to distract Deadman though, because of course he doesn't want Deadman to find his expansion. Deadman now self-killing one of the, actually both of the clave throwers. Yeah, I guess in bear mirrors they don't really do too much, and now he's got the space, the supply to build 2 more bears, or 1 more bear and a couple of wisps. And is he... wow, he's gonna find the expansion.
Our warriors have engaged the
Yeah, he sees this already. Of course he's got ultra vision researched, and therefore he's got a lot of vision even during nighttime, and there's no way in hell SaSe can hold this expansion. So that's some resources wasted. Okay, he's actually town portaling in 3 bears, level 3.5 against, and almost 3 against barely 2, and level 3. Actually also 3 bears on the field for SaSe though, so this isn't as much of a difference as I expected. Actually, first bear of SaSe is about to fall. I'm assuming there should still be staff available, and he's using it just in time. Both of the pandas using their breath of fire, and actually this Deadman's panda who's gotta take care right now, but 1 more bear reinforcing enables him to cast another rejuvenation on the panda, and he finally needs that level 3 here on the panda to really make use of, you know, the XP advantage he's got right now. So, you know, almost level 3 doesn't really do a lot, and I'm very surprised that there are actually so many bears already on the field for SaSe. But yeah, Deadman achieved what he wanted to achieve, which is getting the Tree of Life down. Panda is now gonna reach level 3, and his own expansion is gonna start running in just a second. 56 supply against 50. SaSe saved up a little bit of resources, and he's gonna continue creeping now as well. Level 3 panda, very important. I guess in those situations he's not all that useless, because of course there's no Green Hunter around to mana burn him. Priestess is pulling away to give all the experience to the panda and Brewmaster. In the meantime, Deadman is doing the same thing, slowly creeping towards level 4. Greater, you know, big invo potion for him. And let's see what he's gonna get. Of course, very important item that can drop here. Let's see, Scroll of Restoration would be probably what he hoped for, but the Red Drake egg isn't gonna do too much. Let's see, there is not a okay, there's 1 Dryad on the field for Deadman. but that one's got full mana, so 4 dispels,
Research finished.
that's enough basically to deal with the Red Drake. Just needs to make sure to keep autocast deactivated. So the
Our
Dryad
sacred grove is
maintains
being desecrated.
all of her mana until Deadman wants to use this spell. So yeah, Deadman getting aggressive, 58 supply for SaSe against 69 for Deadman, plus he's got the expansion to back him up. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire coming in. In the meantime, SaSe's army coming in from the top here. One moonwell has already gone down, second moonwell has gone down as well, so of course, SaSe isn't even a supply block, but he might be soon if he continues producing, but for now he's gonna keep all his bears alive. He's used by him right now. The number of bears for Deadman is looking very good though. He's gonna have to staff this bear probably. Now SaSe switches his focus fire to another one, Breath of Fire, hitting decently level 4, double level 4 for Deadman's heroes right now. One Wisp coming in, detonating, displaying the roar on the bear's panda of SaSe has to be careful as well. And there's still so many bears alive for Deadman right now. 2 of them going down. A third and fourth one are in trouble as well. Rejuvenation being cast on one of them, but the Priestess of the Moon of SaSe is falling. Great heal potion used by the panda. It looks like, by the way, the red Drake egg was sold. And yeah, both of the bears losing so many bears here, but Deadman, yeah, he's just got the expansion to back this up. Just look at the supply, it's 34 against 57, plus of course 2 heroes against one yeah, low HP bear sitting here, doesn't have the mana for rejuvenation. The second one actually does have it. Deadman very aware here, sniping out the one bear with his Priestess of the Moon. The panda's got nowhere to go actually, the base is sealed off here, and the only way of escaping would be through this gap, but this is super blocked. Oh, actually the base isn't sealed off, but the panda's just gonna fall anyways. And therefore it looks like Deadman is gonna take this second map as well, winning 2-0 against SaSe here. This match certainly interesting from a strategic perspective. As I mentioned during the game, you know, if one player plays Priestess of the Moon and the other one's playing Demon Hunter, usually you always see either some sort of tier 1 all-in or a quick expansion. In this case, since it was cross positions, more likely an expansion and hit and runs. But in these priestess against priestess battles, especially on big maps, there are so many possibilities in terms of strategy that, you know, often it's very hard to call what the players are gonna go for. In this case, Deadman early on getting himself into a decent position, going for tier 2 very quickly, getting some glaive throwers. Not really sure if he may have overextended a little bit in terms of the glaive thrower production, because, you know, in order to have them be really useful, he'd have to get them all across the entire map towards his opponent's main base to force a fight there and you know, really make use of them. But, you know, even after losing them, he added a second Ancient Floor. He went for tier 3 very quickly, again, still or maintaining his tech advantage basically. And then while he had the tech advantage, he got the level advantage. He got his expansion in place. I'm not even sure if SaSe ever scouted that one, but I'm assuming he could probably read into the high number of the strong unit production into of Deadman, that there was an expansion while taking down SaSe's expansion, and then he just had basically all the advantages on his side and safely won the game there in the end with this push. And therefore Deadman is winning 2-0, is winning his second best of 3 in a row, and he's gonna join Fire and Nightwolf on top of Group A, whereas SaSe with his second defeat while only having one victory is gonna join Giacomo and Firestrike on the bottom of the group. So now this one is gonna get interesting as well as we get closer towards the end of the group stage, and we're gonna head into Group B next, and we're gonna start with Ciara against Creo. A very interesting match right at the start, as it's gonna be, you know, not 100% deciding the first one to at least reach top 3, but it's gonna put one of those players into a very, very good position. So that's gonna be interesting and awesome. And I hope you found this one interesting and awesome as well. And if you did so, then leave a comment and give a thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll see you soon. Bye.